Welcome back to another video. So today we are back to review the new Jujutsu Kaisen chapter 247. So right now we're reviewing the chapter early. We're going to be looking at TCB scans, which are leaks. So I will not be showing any of the scans in the video because these are not official scans from the actual Shonen Jump, and I don't want the video to get cooked because the chapter is not officially out. But I really wanted to talk about it now because some crazy stuff happened. And I know I just dropped that video on me covering the last 3 chapters of JJK. I like it literally yesterday, but I want to talk about this chapter now because I literally told y'all. In that video, bro, watch what Gigi is gonna do, right? So let's get into the chapter, bro, because this chapter is crazy, right? So the chapter continues off from last chapter where we saw Higuruma's executioner sword glowing brightly, and then Sukuna starts thinking like what intrigues Sukuna even more that was the interruption caused by domain amplification and the subsequent resumption of his technique's effect. Sukuna says, when I activated amplification in my fight with Gojo Satoru, I paid close attention to only pause and not invalidate Maharaga's adaptation. He too is managing to keep his sword alight between amplifications. There's no doubt about it. This man is working with a profoundness of his ability at a similar level to me. So Sukuna is saying that, one, Higuruma is not on the same level as Gojo and Sukuna, like physically like strong, but his ability to use curse energy is at their talent level. The way he's able to use domain amplification on both himself and the executioner sword and not mess it up, doing it at the same time, him being able to have a domain expansion faster than a lot of other people getting that shit, and then getting his curse technique in less than like 2 weeks. That's what he's talking about, that his talent level with curse energy is at their level. And so Sukuna says out loud, Higuruma, he says his full name, Higuruma Hiromi, right? And then as soon as he says that, immediately Higuruma and Itadori like start like, they have like the whole anime lines and shit, like they're like, oh shit. And so Sukuna slices the whole arena, right? And so Higuruma like charges at Sukuna. But then right when that happens, Sukuna like I think hits him with like a rock or something. And then Itadori is there to come and protect Higuruma. Sukuna grabs Itadori and like does like a bunch of mini slashes on his side. And then he says, take a good look in the mirror, brat. You're a bore. There isn't a single interesting bone in that body. And then the whole like rock thing of the building comes down, right? And Itadori is gone. And then Higuruma charges at Sukuna and tries to hit him with the executioner sword, and Sukuna is just giving this man the business, just giving this man the hands, like hitting him in the face, going behind him. And this is when once again Sukuna is like showing like your talent with cursed energy is on the same level as me and Gojo, but your physical prowess, your physical experience is not on our level. Because remember, this guy was a lawyer his entire life. He wasn't a fighter, and he didn't start fighting until Calling Game. I feel like if Higuruma had more time, he could have definitely been at their level experience-wise, but that would have to take like years, because Gojo's been fighting ever since he was like a teenager, and Sukuna's been fighting for as long as we know. So that's the only that's the only thing that's like holding Higuruma back. And so Higuruma tries to hit Sukuna, and then Sukuna starts like doing his chant for his dismantle, and then he actually like gets it off. And then right when that happened, Sukuna yells out loud like, heal yourself. And then Higuruma, you see, has no arm. And if you know right now, we already know that Higuruma cannot use RCT right now. So he's like trying to tell him like, yo, you have the talent to do it, just do it. And then Higuruma starts laughing. He says, it's laughable really. No matter how cold-hearted I become, no matter how thorough my resolve, the pain is still as clear as day. And then Sukuna says, is this as far as you go? And then he ends up cutting his other arm, and he says, next is your head. You'll need reverse curse technique, you know that, don't you? And he's trying to tell him like, come on bro, just like try it, bro. I want you to keep me interested, like keep on going. And so Higuruma keeps thinking like, I think I should play my role to its completion and die in this fight. And then Higuruma's like, my role. And then here's the most interesting part about this chapter, right? We see that a piercing blood attacks Sukuna, right? And then Sukuna says, that is that older brother, the deaf woman's painting, so stubborn. So he's saying that this is Chozo, but I've seen people on Twitter say that this might not be Chozo, that this might be Yuji, and that Yuji's been learning, because I remember there's a few chapters ago where he was basically like talking, they were like in that meeting or whatever, and he was talking to he was either, I think he was talking to Kabo or he was talking to someone else, right? And he said like Chozo's a bad teacher, and we had no idea what he was talking about. And maybe Chozo was teaching Yuji how to use piercing blood, and then also Kama also knows how to use piercing blood. So people are saying that this could be Yuji because Gige purposely chose to not show who did this piercing blood. He purposely tried to do it off screen, so people are thinking it could be Yuji, which I really like that theory. If that's true, that's gonna be so cool. If like Yuji's whole stick is that he's able to use like multiple curse techniques, kind of like Yuta, but we don't know. We don't know. This could be Chozo, but I'm just wanted to let y'all know that some people think that this could be Yuji, right? And so Sukuna says so stubborn, and then right when that happens, that gave Higuruma the opportunity to like use RCT, and you see that he actually like grows back his hand, and then he goes to charge Sukuna with the executioner sword, and then we have this panel where it looks like he hits his hand, which he did, but sadly the hand that he hit was been cut off by Sukuna, and he says like he gives him like his credit, like nice shot, like that was cool. And then Higuruma realizes like he severed his own hand before I pierced it. We go back to another flashback where it's Kusakabe saying curse is getting stronger post-mortem. I wouldn't call it impossible. If anything, I said that would match our general understanding of curses more accurately. So once again, he's thinking about his role. He's thinking about like, yo, my role here is to die and make sure I give everyone else a winning chance. So right now he's thinking about like, yo, if I die, my executioner sword is going to get stronger after death. It kind of reminds me like in Hunter x Hunter. If you watch Hunter x Hunter or read Hunter x Hunter, y'all know about Nen after death, where Nen becomes actually stronger after death. It's kind of like that. I think there's also instances of that happening in JJK. Try to correct me if you can in the comments, but didn't that happen with that one dude from the Zenin clan? I forgot his name. He was the one that became a cursed spirit during the Clone Games that fought Maki. I don't remember his name, but didn't that also happen with him? And that's why when he became a cursed spirit after death, he actually became stronger. Let me know down in the comment section down below. I have to reread that whole fight. So right when that happens, the executioner sword falls out, and then Sukuna basically like rips apart Higuruma, like he cuts him in half and shit. And so Itadori sees that, and he sees Higuruma's face, and it's kind of giving him the same vibes as Nanami. Like you see the Nanami panel, he says you got it from here, and then Higuruma tells Itadori like I've done what I can. And then this is the end of the chapter where Itadori grabs the executioner sword and like screams out in his head like I am a jujutsu sorcerer, and that's where the chapter ends, with him about to hit Sukuna. And bro, this chapter was so good, bro. I like this chapter a lot. I liked it more than the last 3 chapters. It just felt like it stayed focused. It stayed focused on this fight. And I'm gonna tell you guys right now, Itadori is not gonna kill Sukuna right here. I'm sorry to tell some of y'all. I've been seeing people on Twitter like, yo, it's gonna happen. Like, he's finally gonna beat Sukuna. No way. One, we already know Sukuna is faster than Itadori. We saw that last chapter, right? There's no way Sukuna's not gonna be able to process all this happening and just get out the way. But I definitely want to see how Itadori is gonna like try to work that out, because I don't think Itadori even knows that he's gonna like not be able to hit him. Like, he might be able to hit him a little bit, but I don't know. He's probably gonna hit like some type of body part, and then Sukuna's already gonna have to cut it off or whatever. But remember, Sukuna is faster than Itadori, so I'll be very surprised if next chapter Itadori hits Sukuna in some way, somehow. Like, I'll be very, very surprised, because one, he's already shown that he's way faster than him. But that was the end of the chapter. I think there's nothing else I really want to talk about. The one that I was like, the main thing that everyone's been talking about that's like not straightforward is the whole like, is the person that shot that piercing blood Yuji or Chozo? And I think it could be Yuji from all the theories and stuff, because one, Gigi didn't show Chozo like at all in the panel, so that's why it gives it like some type of mystery, like, yo, did Chozo actually shoot that, or was it Itadori? But then again, in the panel it seemed like the piercing blood came from far away, so we don't know. And also, people have been talking about as well that Yuji might have RCT or some type of healing without Sukuna, because remember when he had Sukuna, right, he already had healing because of Sukuna, I believe. Like, he didn't have RCT. But there are other panels, like for example, remember back when Sukuna first got in Megami's body, he like kicked the shit out of Yuji, and there was literally like blood spat coming out his back. But then later on, he saw that there was like, the hole was healed. And then right now, he got really literally sliced in his sides, like a bunch of slashes. But then now there's like it looks like it's healed. Like there's like skin there. So everyone's just like, yo, he must got like, he probably has some type of RCT, because there's no way. I don't know if he's still healing, because maybe he's still healing because he's still got out of Sukuna. Him and Sukuna being bonded is still recent, and maybe he has some of his like, you know, cursed spirit healing or whatever, but I'm not sure. But it's just fascinating that we still don't know why Itadori is able to heal like this, even though him and Sukuna are not in the same body. But I think that's everything I wanted to say. Thank you guys for watching the video. Leave a like, subscribe, me for more content like this, and hit that bell post consistently. Let me know what you think about the chapter down below. Higuruma dead. I forgot to even say that. I was gonna make a whole joke about it. I was gonna be like that Kanye song where it's like, MJ gone, my nigga dead. I was gonna say that shit. I forgot. But like, yeah, Higuruma is also cooked. I think he's actually dead. Unless he somehow RCTs out of this, because his head is still on his body, so maybe he could survive. But at this point in time, this man is also dead, which sucks, because I literally said that last chapter, like, watch Higuruma die next chapter. But I'm hoping he's still alive though. And JJK, if I don't see a person's head cut off, they're still alive to me, because even when Kenjaku got his head cut off, Kenjaku's not dead. So for me, until they say that he dead, everyone's like, I just be having that belief that everyone's alive. But I'm gonna see you guys next time. Peace.